Your name? All right. Defendant is charged with OWI 3. Do I have a detective here?
At first, this hearing seems ordinary, but pay close attention because what happens in this courtroom quickly turns into a full examination of judgment, credibility, and control. You're about to see two very different cases unfold in the same session. One involves a repeat drunk driving defendant facing serious felony exposure, while the other spirals into open defiance, emotional outbursts, and a judge pushed to the edge of patience. In the first case, the court must decide whether a man with multiple prior OWI convictions, now facing felony charges, can be trusted to remain free before trial. The judge isn't simply reviewing paperwork or statistics. He's evaluating risk, behavioral patterns, and whether court-imposed safeguards can realistically protect the public. But just as that decision is made, the courtroom atmosphere shifts dramatically. A second defendant storms in, interrupts proceedings, challenges the court's authority, and offers excuse after excuse for failing to appear. What follows becomes a stark example of how courts respond to credibility issues, non-compliance, and disrespect, particularly when someone refuses to recognize the seriousness of the situation. Watch closely. Every word carries weight. Every reaction matters. And by the end, you'll see exactly where judges draw the boundary between patience and consequences.
Detective Vesprimi, your name?
Yeah, Detective Sergeant Vesprimi to Wooding Police Department.
All right. Mr. Crawford, we have an OWI 3 and a second charge of, let's see. Yeah, the first is operating with a high BAC with the two priors. The second is OWI third. So both 5-year felonies. How's he going to proceed?
Your Honor, my client's going to stand meet waiting for reading on the charge.
Sir, I'm going to advise you of your rights. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you choose to say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. Do you understand that? You got to keep your voice up.
Yes.
You have the right to be represented by your lawyer not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. Also, if you choose to submit the question with law enforcement officials, you do have the right to be represented by a lawyer at that questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you afford your own lawyer, or do you wish to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
Court appointment.
Do you work?
That doesn't work. It is home care, taking care of us.
All right. Probable cause conference you're entitled to within 14 days. At the probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor. If it goes that far, preliminary exam will take place 7 days thereafter. Probable cause conference will be in front of Judge Hess, January 27th at 9:15. Preliminary exam will be February 3rd at 11 a.m. At the preliminary exam, they have to show that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. If they fail to prove that, you'll be released. If they fail to prove that as to both counts. If they prove it as to any one count, then you'll go to the Circuit Court, Criminal Justice Center for further proceedings. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I have January 27th, again, at 9:15, February 3rd at 11 a.m. All right, I'll address bond, and you can put in your 2 cents, Detective. Go ahead, Mr. Crawford.
Your Honor, my client isn't a danger to the community or himself, self-position. He's asking for personal bond, Your Honor. If at home he just lives with him and his grandmother, she's in need of regular, steady care. He provides that as part of his income. Without him being present, Your Honor, she will be in real danger, unable to take care of herself. My client's going to return back to court to take care of this. He really understands that this is very serious, so he intends to return, Your Honor.
This is where advocacy meets reality. Defense counsel presents a sympathetic argument, highlighting caregiving responsibilities, family reliance, and assurances that the defendant will return to court. But bail decisions aren't based solely on sympathy. They revolve around risk evaluation. The judge immediately shifts focus to the defendant's history. Previous drunk driving convictions, even from years earlier, still play an important role. And when the blood alcohol level is revealed to be 0.282, that number changes the entire discussion. It's nearly 4 times the legal limit. That single figure reframes the argument entirely. The issue is no longer just past mistakes, it's the potential danger in the present. The judge's questioning becomes precise and deliberate, covering license status, transportation options, and personal accountability. This is the moment when the court decides whether monitoring tools like SoberLink and required AA meetings can realistically reduce the risk. When the judge presents the option between voluntary compliance and enforcement through jail, it becomes clear that bond is conditional trust rather than unrestricted freedom. So consider this question. Are these safeguards enough to protect the public, or should custody have been the safer choice?
Paul showed up. Thank you, sir.
Detective Vespremi, did you contact the defendant today, or did you just go out and arrest him?
I believe he was at Wayne County, and our officers picked him up from there.
What were you in Wayne County for, sir?
They called. But I don't know. I believe he was getting released from Wayne County. If I'm
For
not
what?
mistaken.
For what, sir?
I believe the probation department.
I was seated by a probation officer.
Wasn't being
How
released.
many prior drunk drivings does he have?
I believe there are two, Your Honor.
18 years,
Sometime ago.
18 years ago.
Looks like 98 and 2007 out of Ohio. There was a 22 where it was nollie pressed out of Taylor. Lieutenant, what was the breath or blood result? I did the signing on record, but it escapes me.
Yeah, the blood results were 0.282 grams alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood. 0.282.
Do you drive? Do you have a valid license?
No.
Can you get out to Livonia?
Yes.
How?
I'm not a family member.
I can do one of two things. I can either make this easy and have you go get it yourself, but you're going to have to get it yourself, or I can order you to go to the county jail and you won't be released until you're fitted with a SoberLink device. Do you understand?
Yes.
So which do you choose, sir?
Lieutenant, what do you have to say? Anything else on bond?
No, Your Honor. I'll leave that to the court.
I'll give you a $10,000 personal bond. No contact with the prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. You cannot leave the state without consent of the court. You cannot violate a law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. I want you going to AANA at least 4 times per week in person, and you are to be on a SoberLink device by the end of the day. You're going to talk to probation. They're going to take you over there, and that is the way it's going to be. Do we understand one another?
This bond ruling is strict for a reason. A $10,000 personal bond might sound generous, but the attached conditions tell the real story. Mandatory SoberLink monitoring, 4 in-person AA meetings each week, travel restrictions, no contact with witnesses, and immediate supervision through probation. These requirements form a legal safety net meant to prevent further harm. Judges rarely impose this level of structure unless they see genuine risk. Notice the emphasis on urgency as well. The SoberLink device must be in place by the end of the day. No delays, no excuses. That urgency shows how seriously alcohol-related offenses are treated when prior convictions already exist. This moment also highlights a fundamental reality of the justice system. Release before trial is not automatic. It is a calculated judgment. Each condition reflects the defendant's past behavior, record, and the possibility of harm moving forward. Miss even one requirement and the bond can disappear immediately. And just when it seems the courtroom has regained control, everything suddenly erupts again.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Crawford, did you get him an AA form?
Just have
Thank you. So that's it. I'll release you, but you're going to get a sober link right now. Do you understand me?
Sir.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks a lot, Lieutenant. Is Trenton out there yet?
What's that?
Yes, they are, Judge.
Get him in here,
I'll bring him
please.
in right now.
Teresa Lynn Riddle, 25T642922.
Bill Crawford representing Riddle.
Thanks. Ms. Riddle, if you're there, okay.
Come here, Miss Riddle. Come on. We're going back in front of the judge. You can hit. We're not. Miss Riddle. Miss Riddle. Come on. We're going to deal with this other matter first. Your car's need to wait. Come on. We got to go to the judge. Come on.
My Richie Lyons spilled water on my phone.
That's not priority right now. Come on. No, come on. Come on. Come on. We're going in front of the judge again. Come with me. Come on.
Richie Lyons spilled water.
Ms.
when he
Riddle.
brought my car.
Ms. Riddle.
He brought my car
Ms.
to the
Riddle.
station last night.
You hear the judge talking to you right now?
Ms.
What's
Riddle.
on that red extra face of the
Ms.
TV?
Riddle. Get in front of the camera, stop yelling and carrying on, and behave yourself. Your
Richie
name.
Lyons brought my car out front and
I
spilled
hear
water
it.
on my phone.
I don't want to hear it.
Last night. I need to
I
hear
don't
the
want
witness.
to hear it. Tell me your name. What's your name?
Teresa Riddle.
Your
He's
appearance.
my witness that he spilled water on my phone last night.
Ma'am,
My
Ma'am.
phone was
ma'am,
Oh,
I'm
so-
gonna, you know what I'm gonna do if you'd say another word? I'm gonna have them hold you overnight with no bond, and then we'll try tomorrow. And if you give me this guff again tomorrow, I'll just put you back in till the following Wednesday and we'll try again. So don't be carrying on with me. I'm in the middle of an exam. I'm gonna arraign you, but you're not gonna carry on like this. Do we understand one another? Yes or no?
yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now we're going to talk about the arraignment. Does she stand mute, waive formal reading?
Yes, sure.
Why wasn't she here?
Your Honor, my understanding is that some water spilled on her phone, and my interpretation was that prevented her from being able to call an Uber or whatnot to get here. But that is my best interpretation for my conversation. It's very.
Richie
This
Lyons
phone.
picked me up.
It wasn't your
I'm
turn to
sorry.
talk.
I'm
It was
sorry.
not your turn to talk.
I'm sorry.
Her phone got wet and it ruined her phone, and so she couldn't call. Is that,
Yes.
I'm just asking, is that true?
She
Correct.
couldn't call, and she was unable to get a ride. She didn't have.
She lives on Charlton. You still live on Charlton, ma'am?
No, I live at the Southland Motel
My
right now
client is
temporarily.
She's unhoused. She's staying with a friend who happens to have a room at the Southland Hotel right now. She got a P.O. box she can give the court. Yeah.
Sergeant, how did you pick her up today? How did they pick her up?
Good afternoon, Judge. Detective Sergeant Mark Driscoll. After I was made aware that a warrant was going to be issued, I was able to realize Miss Riddle was in town on our flock camera system. One of our officers located her over at Walgreens made contact with her. They were made aware of the warrant that she didn't appear this morning as she was scheduled to, and that's where we're back at it again today.
And she was at Walmart? Wait a minute.
Walgreens, Judge.
Walgreens in
in our
Trenton?
city. Yes, sir. Can I add one thing to the phone idea
Sure.
real quick? And I know you're in the middle of the exam. So we have 8 from about 2 a.m. yesterday, last night, early this morning to 7 a.m. that Miss Riddle emailed council people and the mayor of Trenton to articulate an old case that she believes that we haven't investigated properly, make allegations that have been unfounded. And I'm not going to go too deep in the weeds because it doesn't necessarily pertain to this, but there's this repetitive behavior of her mass emailing and people that if she wanted to report a
Yeah.
crime, she would, Miss Riddle, I'm not talking to you.
Ms.
I'm not
Riddle?
talking to you,
Richie
Ms.
Lyons
Riddle?
spilled water on
Ms.
my- at 8 o'clock.
Riddle?
The judge is talking to you, ma'am. Don't talk to me, talk to the judge.
Ms.
please.
Riddle, look at me, ma'am, or I'm gonna cut this off and we'll
Yes.
arraign you tomorrow.
So my point, Judge, is I believe that her phone
This moment severely undermines the defense narrative. The excuse offered, that the defendant's phone wasn't working, is directly contradicted by evidence showing multiple emails sent overnight to public officials. That contradiction is significant. Judges do more than listen, they verify. Credibility is one of the most valuable currencies in a courtroom, and once it is lost, it's extremely difficult to regain. The judge calmly reviews the history, previous failures to appear, missed court dates, and now explanations that do not align with the evidence. This isn't about emotional punishment, it's about enforcing accountability. Bond forfeiture in this situation is procedural, not personal. When someone repeatedly disregards court orders, financial penalties follow. The judge's warning about increasing bond amounts sends a clear message. Continued defiance will eventually lead to custody. This exchange illustrates how quickly a situation can deteriorate once honesty disappears. The legal system doesn't require perfection, but it does require responsibility.
was operational. She was able to send 8 consecutive emails between 2 a.m. and 7 a.m. to the mayor of Stretton, to several city council members. So to me, the excuse that her phone wasn't working, obviously working well enough. Ma'am, I'm not talking to you again.
Stop it.
So that's just what I wanted to articulate, that we have this ongoing issue with her within the city, contacted people that she wouldn't report a crime to. Now her claim is that her phone was broken, Judge. That's where I'm at.
It was
Prepare
wet.
forfeiture,
It got
ma'am,
By Richie Lyons, and I need to hear.
ma'am, I'm gonna really lose my patience here if I already have. I'm not gonna ask you again. You don't want to show up on this case. You weren't here March 26th. You weren't here April 24th. You weren't here December 4th. I arraigned you yesterday and you didn't show up today. We're not putting the warrant in the lien, but I am forfeiting the bond. And the new bond's going to be 10,000, 10%. And if you post that and you don't show up, you know what I'm going to do next time? I will set 100,000 cash and you will be sitting in jail until I get ready to take care of this case. This is ridiculous. You don't get to do this. Ma'am?
I have evidence.
Ma'am, I'm not going to argue with you. And that's it. We'll give you an early court date. Unfortunately, you just screwed yourself by not showing up today because Trenton isn't going to be back in front of me for 2 weeks. So I hope you can post $1,000. What, ma'am?
I need
Ma'am?
Richie Lyons here.
I've
He
had
was
it.
the one who
Ma'am?
spilled the water on my phone when he picked me up last night.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Do you believe Richie Lyons?
Ma'am? I believe that you were
He's my only witness.
I believe if you were at Walgreens in Trenton, that you could have made it here for your court date. Period.
No, my phone
Ma'am,
died.
ma'am,
Read
ma'am.
the receipt. The receipt says
Ma'am,
that the phone was dead.
This hearing
when I
is
went to
over.
Taylor.
You don't understand. Same bond conditions as I outlined yesterday. Now you have to post 1,000. If you want to forfeit that, that's up to you. You must have a lot of money because you forfeited a
I'm
ton of
on
bonds
Social
on this.
Security disability, and I
Ma'am.
only get a pension from
Ma'am.
Customs and Immigration
Keep your mouth
for
down.
10 years. I
Ma'am,
served.
keep your mouth down. What, Sergeant?
Sorry to bother you, Judge. I know you got a hearing. Can we put in a stipulation for her not to contact, because I don't want this to get to another harassment complaint. If she has complaints, criminal complaints, she's obviously welcome to come to the Trent Police, but contact with the mayor on complaints.
Ma'am, I don't know. I can't. Hang on. I can't. Ma'am, will you please stop looking at him?
I can't
rolling.
believe what's coming out of his
I
mouth.
can't believe you roll your eyes and you're this disrespect. I just can't. Ms. Merito,
I've been friends with Deb Devitt, with the
I
mayor.
don't care
I've been
who
friends
your
with them for
friends
10
are.
years.
I don't really care. I'm
I
friends with
did
Deb Devitt,
charity
but I could
work
care less.
with Deb
10,000,
and
ma'am,
all of those
10,000,
guys.
10%. I can't order that, detective. I mean, I can't order not that they're not witnesses to this crime, so I can't really order
Okay,
that. But you can't violate a law. So if you keep harassing them, they're going to charge you and then they'll forfeit your bond again.
I've only contacted them one time, Judge.
I don't
Are we
want to
all
hear
set here,
it.
Judge?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. No, what are we doing? The 29th. That's the best I can do for you. I hope you can post. January 29th will be your court date. At some point, you're going to learn to show up.
I
January
showed
29th at
up when I'm
9:45.
notified. I
Good
was
luck
not
to you, ma'am. I
notified,
wish you well.
Judge.
Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob.
All
Thank
right,
you, Judge.
thank you. Call your next witness. We're back on the record on Crawford. Call your next witness, please.
Bernard,
Okay,
he just came into the.
come on up here, sir.
Pal, what's your name? Huh?
Right up here. Right up here. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, have a seat, please. You may proceed, Ms. Adit.
Thank you, Judge. Could you please state your full name and occupation for the record?
Richard Bernard, I'm a police officer at Brownstown Police Department.
And how long have you been with the Brownstown Police Department?
I'll be 3 years in April.
And prior to that, were you doing law enforcement somewhere else?
Yes,
Where was that?
Detroit Police Department.
And how long were you with the Detroit Police Department?
A little over a year.
And on November the 28th of 2025, were you working in your capacity as a police officer with Brownstown on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you working the evening hours on or about 7 o'clock in the evening?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you in full uniform?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you describe that for the record?
Dark navy blue, police uniform, navy blue badge, with my first initial last name on the front of my Molly, and police on the back of the Molly.
And were you in a police vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it fully marked?
Yes, ma'am.
Did it have lights and sirens?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you go to the location of 26257 Ingram Drive in Brownstown in the state of Michigan, County of Wayne?
Yes, ma'am.
And why did you go to that location?
We got a call for a family problem.
And was that via dispatch?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you go by yourself or with another person from your department?
With one of my partners,
What's your partner's name?
Officer Cormier.
Is it Cormier?
Yes, ma'am.
First name?
Joe.
Joseph?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you arrive together or separately?
Separate.
And were you the first to arrive?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you activate lights or sirens?
I had my cruise lights on.
And what color did they illuminate?
Blue.
Where did you park your car when you arrived at the location?
In front of the location.
Were you getting any updates from dispatch as you were going to the location?
Yes.
What were the notifications that you received?
That the possible suspect was homicidal, suicidal in the past, and had access to edged weapons in the past.
Access to what?
Edged weapons.
Okay.
And then what happened when you arrived?
When I arrived, the son's girlfriend walked out of the neighbor's residence to the west of the address and met with me in their front yard and started to explain to me what was going on.
And what did she say to you?
She said that she witnessed the suspect put hands on her son or her boyfriend and choked him.
And then what did you proceed to do?
I asked her if she had residency to the house, and she said yes. And I asked her if we could go inside, and she said yes. She walked us in, and then that was where I met with the other parties.
So when you say we walked in, was that you and
Me, Officer Cormier.
Oh. And did you have a body worn camera on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it activated?
Yes, ma'am.
Manually or automatic? And when did you activate it?
As soon as I arrived at the scene.
Now, after you got consent from to go into the home, what happens then?
When I walk inside the home, I see the son of the suspect sitting in the living room and the wife of the suspect walking her walker towards the living room from the hallway.
Did you talk to either of them?
Yes.
Who did you talk to first?
I believe I talked to the suspect first. Or not the suspect's son, sorry.
And would that have been a Michael Crawford?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you know at that point where the suspect was?
Yes.
Where did you believe him to be?
Dispatch advised us that he was in the garage, and then I verified with the other parties that he was still in the garage.
And what happens when you talk to Michael?
He explained the incident of the assault and strangulation.
You say strangulation. What do you mean by that? What did he say that led you to believe it was that?
The son said that the suspect, which is his father, choked him from behind and pushed him while choking him face first into the cushion of the couch, almost smothering him until where he thought he was going to lose consciousness, and started to try to fight him off, and said he almost blacked out.
Based on what he said to you, what did you decide to do next?
After that, I verified that the witnesses saw it. I checked to see if he had any markings on his neck. And then,
Did he have any markings on his neck?
not from what I could see.
You said verified from the witnesses. What witnesses are you referring to?
The wife of the suspect and the girlfriend of the son.
And did what they say to you, was it consistent with what Michael said to you?
Yes, sir.
And what was your intent or plan at that point after you spoke to Michael and verified the information with witnesses?
After verifying that he was in the garage, we asked what was the best way to access it, and because it was attached to the house, so they said that we had to go through the hallway in the little laundry room. So I had my partner, Officer Cormier, go and open up that door just to verify who's in there.
Did he verify that the defendant was in the garage?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you tell whether the lights were on or off in the garage?
They were off.
And do you recall if Officer Cormier identified himself as a police officer?
Yes, ma'am.
And was there a response from the defendant in the garage?
Not from what I could hear.
Could you see him in the garage at that point?
I could not.
And what happened after that?
After that, after Officer Cormier announced that we were the police, because I was behind Officer Cormier at this time, he said he saw something in suspect's hand, and he started walking towards the storm door and sat in front of it. And then so I had Officer Cormier shut the big door into the laundry room, so that way I could try to see if the family could open up the big garage door so we had more light, had more space to work with, and
So
could
let
come
me-
out safely.
Okay, let me stop you right there. The garage door from inside of the home has a storm door and a regular door. Is that correct?
Yes,
And the other access point into the garage is the big door, correct?
yes, ma'am.
Is there another door to the garage as well?
There is.
Where,
It's to the west side of the garage. So if you're looking into the garage from that inside laundry room door, it is to all the way to the left.
so 3 access points into the garage,
Yes.
correct? And what were you planning on doing with David Crawford?
So after determining that we had enough to lessen for DV strangulation, my plan was to open up that front main garage door in front of the house. So I asked the family if they could open it. They said that the chain had been frozen and the door would not open. So at that point, I asked the family if they were comfortable going over to the neighbor's house, so that way we had more room to work with, because my plan was going to be to open up that inside laundry room door and have the suspect called out to us. They were going to hail him out so he could walk to us with his hands up, turn around backwards, just following the sound of our voices. And
Would that have been to arrest him?
yes,
Oh. Now, did the family agree and proceed to go to the neighbor's house?
yes,
Did anyone else arrive from your apartment to the home as well?
yes, ma'am. I Sergeant Gruber.
Gruber, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Gruber.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you formulate this plan with Sergeant Gruber and your partner, Officer Cormier.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, where did you proceed to station yourself in the home?
Inside the laundry room.
What about Officer Cormier?
Officer Cormier was inside the laundry room at that entry point to the garage.
And when you were discussing this plan, were all three of you inside of the home?
Yes, ma'am.
And what would you say the time period is between the time Officer Cormier sees the suspect or defendant in the garage to when you start executing this plan to kind of get him out of the garage?
I would say, my best guess, I would say about 7 minutes.
And what happens, where does the sergeant then proceed to go?
So when we were discussing our plan, I was not made aware that there was that third door until my sergeant was there. So prior to his arrival, I only thought the entry points or access points to the garage was through that laundry room door and the main door for the garage. So when we were discussing the plan, Officer Cormier said there was that third door, and Sergeant Gruber said that he asked if I wanted him to go hold that third door outside to make sure nobody came in or out. And I said yes.
And did he proceed to go outside after?
Yes.
You decided that that's how you were going to get the defendant out of the garage?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there another access point independent of the garage into the home?
Yes, ma'am.
How many? If, you know,
The back door.
in the front door.
Yes,
So two other access points. You said back door, is it like a patio door?
I believe it was a sliding door.
And then the front door, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So then what happens?
So then, as my sergeant walks outside, Officer Cormier opens up that main door to go into the garage and the laundry room.
Did you both have flashlights on, if you recall?
I believe so.
Were you illuminating the area in the garage?
I believe when he was opening up the door to start to make commands, I was using my flashlight to clear a room in the laundry room, like to clear space because there were some things in the ground. And then Officer Cormier opened the door, and I'm not sure what he did at that point because I thought I heard something behind me. So at first I checked and looked at the front door because I knew nobody else was supposed to be in the house. I knew there was a dog upstairs, but it sounded like somebody walked on a hardwood floor. So I went back to Officer Cormier because I didn't see anything at the front door. And then something told me to turn around again. And when I turned around, the suspect came right around the corner from the hallway to the laundry room. And
Do you see that person in the court today?
yes, ma'am.
Can you please tell me where they're seated and what they're wearing today for the record?
He's sitting right here wearing a black coat, blue shirt, and a sling.
For the record, the witness is identified the defendant.
The record,
objection.
the record should so reflect.
Thank you. How far away would you say he was from you when you turned around?
He was probably within 2 feet. We were close enough to where we made contact and put my hand on him and pushed him away.
And then what happened?
And then when I pushed him, when he came around the corner, I saw that he had a hatchet in his hand, and the handle was tucked in his sleeve. And he was coming at me.
Was the blade extended outside of the sleeve?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And when I saw it, I said, "Hey, what do you have?" And when my brain comprehended what it was, he still came at me. And then the laundry room is shaped in like a 90-degree angle. So he came around this corner, and that was when I put my hand on him, and I pushed him backwards to create space.
Did he say anything to you as this was happening?
He mumbled something, but I couldn't really make it out, except after watching the body cam, I believe he said "motherfucker," but there was other mumbling besides that.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that the laundry room's in an L shape?
Yes.
Okay. So was he coming towards you with the hatchet in hand?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you tell him to drop it?
I said, hey, what do you have? And I believe I said, let me see your fucking hands.
Let me see your what?
Your fucking hands.
Okay.
And did he ever stop coming towards you or put down the hatchet?
No, man.
What happened?
He kept coming at me, and that was when I pulled out my firearm and fired 4 shots, and I was.
This testimony becomes the emotional center of the hearing. The officer's account is not polished or rehearsed. It's raw, fragmented, and unmistakably human. He describes moments measured in seconds rather than minutes, distances counted in feet, and decisions made while literally falling backward. Legally, the case focuses on reasonable perception of immediate danger, not hindsight and not the final outcome. The presence of a hatchet, the close distance, and the refusal to follow commands all form the framework for evaluating justification. The defense carefully questions every detail, each movement, each command, and every decision made in that moment. That scrutiny is their role, but the fundamental issue remains unchanged. Would a reasonable officer placed in the exact same situation believe their life was in danger? These types of cases are never easy. They force both courts and observers to confront the difficult reality that split-second decisions can lead to permanent consequences.
Also falling into the garage.
Did you actually fall back into the garage?
Yes, ma'am. I fell down that step and flat on my back in the garage.
And where was your partner when this was happening?
He was behind me. I didn't realize, but I fell into him too, and he fell backwards.
He was directly behind you?
Yes, ma'am.
And at no point in time did the defendant stop or put down the hatchet at all?
No, ma'am.
After you fired 4 times, what happened to the defendant?
He was laying on his back halfway into the garage. His legs were halfway into the laundry room. So I had me and my partner, Officer Plummer, grabbed his arms and pulled him into the garage so we could secure him safely, and then we could start trying to see where his wounds were.
And did you call EMS
Yes,
to come?
my partner, Officer Plummer, did.
And EMS eventually does arrive and transports the defendant to the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what was going through your head when he was coming at you with the hatchet?
I thought I was going to die.
Did you fear for your partner's safety as well?
Absolutely.
And was your body camera on during this altercation?
Yes, ma'am.
And I have what's been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit 2.
No objection to exhibition.
People's 2 is admitted.
If I may approach,
Yes.
is this a still shot from your body worn camera showing the defendant with the hatchet coming toward you? And have you had an opportunity to watch your body worn camera since this incident?
Yes, ma'am.
And does it fairly accurately depict the events as they occurred?
Absolutely.
I have it marked as People's Exhibit 3. I would like to play just a minute for the court.
Go ahead.
Just playing.
Oh, jeez. Is Shane here?
I don't know.
I have no objection to it being played.
All right. So that's the video from his body cam.
But I'm only playing there.
That's fine.
Mark was not.
Don't know how to project it for you.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not a tech master either. That,
We thought you were.
Yeah.
You have such nice equipment.
I just kind of know what it is.
Share screen. Oh, what about my mom?
Okay,
Chicken chip.
he's coming in.
All right, so we'll get our IT guy
So
then.
you have people for this thing.
You don't know what you're doing, you surround yourself with those who do. That's my motto.
Sorry.
Is there a public Wi-Fi? That would be the other issue.
What's that?
Public Wi-Fi.
Well, we're on YouTube.
Yeah, I know, I need internet.
You wanna go off YouTube?
No, we don't need to go off YouTube. Can I see exhibits 1 and 2 that have been admitted, please?
Yes.
You don't make any publication. My arms are out, huh?
What's that?
My arms are out.
All right, we need you to get, she's got a video that's gonna last 1 minute.
I think she needs it.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, yeah, yep. And you're connected to the Wi-Fi?
No, I can't.
It's fine.
Three this.
What's the last?
It's, yep. And if you read the ID, it should. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, and then just zoom in and show the three. Good.
All right, we're ready?
You just have to accept.
You're talking to me? I don't know what.
The sergeant had moved to the third.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you have any idea how he got in the house?
You said how?
Yeah.
Probably the back door.
And, did the sergeant never saw him go through the door?
No, he was outside.
And no one saw or heard him go into the house from outside?
Correct.
How much time elapsed, if you know, between when you described Crawford moving towards I'm saying screen door, but it's not a screen door, you know what I mean though, right?
Correct.
Right. Well, he moves towards there and sort of sits on the step, right?
Correct.
And this is when you shut the drill.
Officer Cormier shut that door.
Okay. And how much time elapsed from there until the sergeant went to the back door of the mouth?
I said approximately 7 minutes.
Okay. And no one heard anyone else enter the house?
Correct.
When he started to move towards the door, where you ultimately sat on the step,
Who's he?
Crawford,
Okay.
you're on the other side of a glass door, right?
I'm behind Officer Cormier.
Alright, so if I got this right, you got Crawford, glass door, Cormier, you.
Correct.
And you can see him through the glass door?
No, Officer Cormier.
Okay, well, what is Crawford doing at that point? Did you see him?
Only saw what was on Officer Cormier's body cam.
But you're not
I
in real
could
time.
see him from real time.
So in real time, you don't even see him, much less know what he's doing.
Well, Officer Cormier said that he had something in his hand. And it looked like a tool. That was the only thing I knew to my
Okay,
knowledge.
so when you say in his hand, is that in his hand like I'm holding my phone?
That's what one would assume.
Okay, well, did you see him holding something in his hand?
I was behind Officer Cormier.
I know that. I need you to just tell me if you saw it.
No,
Okay. And did Cormier describe what he saw?
he just said it looked like a tool or something.
Okay. Did you give him did either of you give Crawford an order at that point?
I don't remember if Officer Cormier said something while he was sitting out the door.
What was the thought process on your end of shutting the door?
Trying to find a safer solution.
Safer solution to what?
for us to apprehend him.
Okay, so are you telling us that somehow, some way, you didn't think you could apprehend him prior to one of you shutting the door?
I don't believe we would have been able to apprehend him safely. Because it was, to my knowledge, he had a tool in his hand and it was in a dark garage that had a vehicle inside of it.
But no one said stop.
What do you mean stop?
I mean, did anyone address him?
Officer Cormier announced that we were the police. It's a, what do you got in your hand?
Okay, what happened next?
He sat in front of us, that step.
So he didn't become invisible to Cormier as far as you know, right?
Correct.
And he moved closer to Cormier, right?
Correct.
So do you know whether or not Cormier had a better view of him? It would seem like he did.
Yeah.
And yet he decided the best thing to do at that point would be to shut the door and lose sight.
I told him to shut the door.
I see. So you decided it was
Absolutely.
Did you call for backup?
Absolutely.
Did backup arrive?
Yes.
Before or after he was in the house?
What do you mean? He was always in the garage.
Before or after Crawford got in the house and the shooting took place, had backup arrived?
Yes.
Where was backup stationed when they arrived?
When backup arrived, what do you mean?
Maybe I'm not making myself clear, so I'm gonna start over. When I say backup, I mean, did you call for additional officers?
I did.
And did these additional officers arrive?
Yes.
Did you see them?
Yes.
Where were they?
He parked his vehicle in front of the house and then walked up the driveway as I was walking the family across to the neighbor's house.
So who was this backup?
Sergeant River.
So there's only three of you there.
Correct.
Did Gruber come before or after the door to the garage was shut?
I believe he came after I shut it. I had Officer Cormier shut it.
So you guys made the decision to shut the door. You basically lost sight of him. And it seems like at some point after that is when he exited the garage.
Yes, I made the decision for Cormier to shut the door.
Okay. He never threatened you verbally, did he?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, I mean, do you remember or heard somebody that he did?
Well, I mean, at the time, I just heard the mumbling.
And you said you didn't have the ability to make out what mumbling was.
Correct.
So are you comfortable with your fair statement that you did not hear a threat?
I didn't hear that I saw a threat.
You said you saw a threat, but what you really mean is you saw an axe.
I saw a hatchet and a male coming at me with it.
Did he ever take it out of his sleeve?
I don't know. I saw, like I said, he had the handle in his sleeve and he wanted the head of the hatchet in his hand.
Okay, you said he came at you. How close did he get?
Close enough for me to touch him.
You said you pushed him away.
Yes.
And after you pushed him away, he did not swing this gun, did he?
He came at me with it. He had it held up.
I just need you to answer that question as best you can, okay? Did he swing this object at you?
Fine swinging.
I'm taking my arms like I'm holding a baseball bat and I'm moving my arms across my body as if I'm swinging a baseball bat. Did that happen?
If you're saying swinging across the body, then no.
Did he swing it over his head?
He had it held up above his head.
Can you stand up and show us? Actually, don't stand up. Show me with your hands where he was holding his weapon.
For the record, the officer.
He's got the right hand up near his right ear. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
I'm good with that. All right. And then what, if anything, did you say in response to that?
Said, what do you have? And then, let me see your hands.
Okay. Could you see the hand that was holding the object?
I saw the one hand, yes, that was me.
Well, where was his other hand?
I was focused on that. I don't know if it was on his side, if he had that hand up too. He was trying to catch himself after I pushed him. I'm not sure.
When you pushed him, how far back did he move away from you?
Say, a foot and a half, 2 feet. The room's pretty small.
Did he hit a wall?
I believe so.
And,
Did you say I believe so or don't believe
I
so?
believe so.
and then he got back up?
Yes.
And when he got back up, is this when he raised the object over his head?
He always had it raised. And he started coming at me again.
How many steps did he take towards you?
I don't know, we were pretty close. I'd say 2 or 3.
When did you draw your gun?
When he started coming at me the second time.
How many shots did you fire?
4.
Where did they hit?
I was told 3 hit him and 1 missed.
Is that, just for clear, are you telling me at the time you shot, you really didn't know whether or not you hit him, that sort of, you know where?
Well, I knew I hit him because he fell down.
Is it fair that you didn't know where?
Not until I made the assessment, yes.
Do you know where the shots that hit him hit?
I only know the one that I rendered it to.
Where was that?
I believe it was his left shoulder blade. Back here, it was just an entry road, there was no exit.
Just so the record's clear, does that mean the bullet didn't leave his body?
I believe so.
Did you do any evidence collection after this?
Evidence collection?
Yeah.
No, it was turned over to MSP.
All right. After you shot him, it sounds like he went down.
Yes.
And what, if anything, happened next?
Like I said, me and my partner pulled him into the garage so that way he was on a flat surface and you put him in handcuffs to make sure everything was secured. And then we started looking for his wounds and I started to cut off his clothes. I asked my sergeant to find a light to turn on in the garage and I asked him to grab a med bag that are in our patrol vehicles. And after I was cutting through his clothes, I found an entry wound that was on his shoulder blade. So I asked for a chest seal and Sergeant Gruber gave me a chest seal and I put it on.
Okay. What happened to the action?
It was on the ground. In the laundry room, right next to either the washing machine or the dryer.
Do you know when it left his hand?
After that shot.
Immediately?
Yes.
Did you see that happen in real time?
I saw that as soon as, right as I pulled out my weapon, he had it raised in his hand, and as soon as I was done firing the shots, I saw him on his back, and I saw the hatchet at his feet.
What was your goal in shooting him?
To stay alive and stop the threat.
And did you assume the risk of killing him in the shooting?
And no, it's possible.
Where did you aim?
I was falling backwards into the garage, so I just aimed in his direction.
Well, what made you fall backwards?
I assume the transfer piece that goes into the garage. Like I said, the room is incredibly small.
My client didn't push you over, did he?
No,
So you said you were moving backwards. I'm just trying to get an understanding of what, like, opposed to standing still and firing, what made you move backwards?
I was trying to create space.
So you were retreating as you shot.
Absolutely.
I see. Oh, nothing further.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
You can step down. Any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
You can step down, sir. Thank you. You cannot discuss your testimony with any other witness. You move the bind over.
Yes, as charged.
Any response?
It's a question of fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bind the defendant over on all counts contained in the complaint and warrant, January 29th at 9. No objection to continuation of the bond. Do you, counsel?
No, I would just ask that the bond conditions remain in place. I know that he lives with some of the witnesses on this case, no sort of contact with them. They've assured me that they don't have fear for their safety. In addition to that, I think he's on a GPS tether house arrest, so I would ask that continue and no contact with police officers at all.
Bernard and Cormier, no assault, abuse, or intimidating behavior toward Michael Crawford, no contact with prosecution witnesses, no alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. You're to take your prescribed meds, sir, and the dosages prescribed, and adhere to all precautionary measures. And then you're only permitted to leave the property for medical / court-related appointments, and you have a GPS tether on, right? All right, so that's to continue. Also, you cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Again, January 29th will be your date. We'll give you a notice down the hall. 9 a.m. Criminal Justice Center. Anything else, Mr. Jones?
No, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deed. Anything else? Counsel, I'm going to hand you back, Mr. Deed, your 2 exhibits, and obviously you have to retain those. Okay, nice to have you here. Thank you, Trooper. Good luck, Mr. Crawford. Thank you, gentlemen.
I wish you a happy new year, right?
Good to see you. Good to see you, Mr. Jones.
Always good to see
It's been a while. Take care of yourself.
I will do. I hope you will do the same.
I
We
will.
learned a lot today, right?
What's that?
We learned a lot about tech today, right?
Yeah. Goes in one ear and out the other. You know, I had a computer science class in college, and I've struggled to get a P.
If we learned
My roommate was a computer science major, so he
You
had
cheated off him, right?
take care.
Nice to see you. You don't know who the judges do.
I'll text you and let you know.
All right. We'll figure it out. All right.
Today's hearing revealed the full range of courtroom reality, from structured legal safeguards to disruptive courtroom behavior, and finally to life or death decisions made in mere seconds. The judge issued firm rulings in both matters, imposing strict compliance conditions for a high-risk OWI defendant, while also escalating consequences for repeated failures to appear and disruptive conduct. In the use of force matter, the court allowed the case to move forward, recognizing that the ultimate issue will center on what the officer reasonably perceived at the moment of danger. These proceedings serve as a reminder that the justice system is not theoretical. It is human, imperfect, and deeply consequential. Every decision, every statement, and every failure to comply carries real weight. If you found this case as surprising as we did, make sure to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more intense courtroom breakdowns.